In chapter 22 of The Awakening, one morning on his way to town, Mr. Pontellier stops and consults Dr. Mandalay about Edna's odd behavior. The doctor was a semi-retired physician, resting, as the saying is, upon his laurels. He bore a reputation for wisdom rather than skill, leaving the active practice of medicine to his assistants and younger contemporaries, and was much sought for in matters of consultation. A few families, united to him by bonds of friendship, he still attended when they required the services of a physician. He is worried that she lets the housekeeping go and has strange ideas about the eternal rights of women. Mr. Pontellier is also concerned that she's spending so much time going around town by herself, coming in late, and neglecting her duties to the family. Dr. Mandalay advises Mr. Pontellier to leave Edna alone and not to let her behavior bother him, and it's likely a passing whim. The doctor does agree to stop by the Pontellier home to see Edna, however, before Mr. Pontellier leaves. Dr. Mandalay is an interesting character because he seems relatively unconcerned about Edna's behavior. Even when Léonce Pontellier tells the doctor that he and Edna meet in the morning at the breakfast table, a delicate way of saying their relationship has ceased to have a sexual component, he doesn't react with outrage at Edna, but he's quick to recognize the possibility that Mr. Pontellier has mistreated Edna. His presence acknowledges that adultery is perhaps more common than people acknowledge, even in polite society. He helps to normalize Edna's longings, making her less of a freak, while simultaneously highlighting her need for absolute independence, separate from mere adultery, a different matter altogether. His advice to just leave Edna to her own devices can be seen as supportive of her, or even of women's rights, or both. He does note that women are not all alike, a notion that might seem obvious, but which Léonce Pontellier may not fully understand. Yet Dr. Mandalay also ridicules pseudo-intellectual women, super-spiritual superior beings. Whatever his opinions of women are, it is clear that the doctor's wait-and-see attitude comes from his greater experience of diverse human beings and human relationships, while Mr. Pontellier seems to be rather naive in his approach.